And Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal moves Supreme Court challenging Delhi High Court's order terming his arrest in the Liquorgate money laundering case as legal. So that's the big update that is coming in, that Arvind Kejriwal has now moved Supreme Court challenging the Delhi High Court's order terming his arrest in the Liquorgate money laundering case as legal. Remember, there was a big setback for Arvind Kejriwal yesterday when the Delhi High Court dismissed his plea which was against the ED custody and ED's arrest in the Delhi excise policy case. But now Arvind Kejriwal has moved the Supreme Court challenging the Delhi High Court's yesterday's order in which the High Court termed his arrest in the Liquorgate money laundering case as legal. But remember, the Enforcement Directorate has claimed that they have enough evidence against Arvind Kejriwal that he was very much a part of the conspiracy in the Delhi excise policy case, and now it remains to be seen what lies next for Arvind Kejriwal. But CNN News 18's Ananya Bhatnagar is now joining us on the story. Ananya, so Arvind Kejriwal has now moved the Supreme Court challenging the Delhi High Court's order. Give us more details about that.
Well, definitely, a day after, in fact, the Delhi High Court gave this stinging setback to, in fact, the Delhi Chief Minister. His legal team has now knocked the doors of the topmost court of the country. They have moved a petition before the Supreme Court, is what the sources in the legal team tell us. Not only this, what is also very clear is that the matter would be mentioned today at around 10:30 a.m. in the morning. And an urgent hearing in this particular matter would be sought by, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party legal team, who is representing, in fact, Mr Arvind Kejriwal. Remember that yesterday, after that particular order was passed, we spoke to Arvind Kejriwal's lawyers, who were very, very clear that they will be holding meetings with Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who is, in fact, the whole brain of this legal team and heads that particular legal team. Not only this, the consultations were also conducted with Mr. Vikram Chaudhary and Amit Desai as to what should be the next phase. And now Supreme Court is definitely the option, as I was pointing it out to you earlier as well, that Supreme Court is the next option that they could actually approach, because if at all they go for a bail at a trial court, that would be very tricky, because this order would definitely come in the way of a bail order, and that could result in the exhaustion of another legal remedy of against Mr. Kejriwal, and that's why moving the Supreme Court was the best move that the legal team could have taken, and that's what they have done. But whether or not the Supreme Court will be granting them any relief is something that we'll have to wait and watch for, and it's all a matter of time. We'll get to know about that as well. But definitely stinging observations coming in from the Delhi High Court, which are not only troublesome for the Delhi Chief Minister himself, but could also be troublesome for the party too, because since the Section 70 has now been invoked in, Aam Aadmi Party would be looked at as a company, and which basically means that their bank accounts could be attached, their assets could be frozen, and that could lead them to a very, very big halt right ahead of the 2024 general elections as well.
All right, Ananya, thank you so much for all those details. We'll in fact keep coming back to you for more updates on this big story that we're tracking. With that, we're now slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back.